this is Chris Shader from RealFoundations, and thanks for clicking on this, tuning in. I'm going to talk a little bit about why Microsoft, why we committed to Microsoft in our journey, and then what you use where, when, once you've made that commitment. So first on why Microsoft, we had a little exploration of Google land at some point 6-7 years ago, and quickly realized that in real estate we were never going to get away from Excel. And Excel isn't everything in real estate, but it's very important, and virtually every real estate company uses Outlook, Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. So that was just part of the state of the industry. And those are all fantastic tools, and they weren't going away. And then we combined that with a big shift at Microsoft when Ballmer left and Nadella came in, and rethinking Microsoft's place in the world, getting out of the monopoly business and into the enterprise enablement business based on their very, very strong identity, security, protection foundation. And as we talked through this, we started down a path more traditional to consultants about, we should do an RFP, and we should do best of breed, and we should get the best video thing, and we should get the best this and the best that. And we sort of said, wait a minute. We look around, every single person in that conversation was faced with a choice in the mobile world. You just made a platform choice. You went with Apple or you went with Android. That was it. And then it wasn't a best of breed choice. The entire mobile world doesn't work on a best of breed basis. That's an old fashioned concept. What we've all in our lived lives now do is make a big ecosystem choice. And the good news is that a whole bunch of other things fall into place, and we don't have to waste time picking and choosing. And we believed then, and we believe that even more strongly now, that there's a similar thing to executives in a business, particularly in real estate, that you can just make a choice, and you can say, I'm gonna choose the Microsoft business ecosystem built around Microsoft 365. And if I do that, then a whole bunch of other things fall into place. And the good news about this, unlike other choices you've been asked to make about spending a lot of money on Yardi or MRI or JD Edwards, or spending money on Anaplan, or spending money on Taliance, that involve a big license check you got to write. Most real estate companies are already on Office 365. So if you make this choice to embrace all of the elements of their modern digital workplace, you're paying for most of it today. You don't even know about it. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had about Teams. What's Teams? What is that thing? It shows me, that's great. Where do I buy that? You already own it. You already have it. So you can either make this choice complicated, do a bake-off between Box, Dropbox, iDrive, Google Drive, OneDrive, make that a choice. You can do a bake-off between Zoom and BlueJeans and WebEx and GoToMeeting or Teams, and then make that choice. And then you're going to end up with this best of breed where you're going to have to pay somebody to stitch it all back together, and it's going to cost a bunch of money. And we made the choice to just commit, like individuals commit to Android or Apple, and then a whole bunch of other things fall into place. And so we're happy to have a conversation with you about that. We're not doing work with people who want to stitch together a bunch of different pieces and parts. We're doing work on this topic with enterprises who've recognized that it's in their economic interest and in their speed of acceleration interest to commit to the Microsoft thing. So we're happy to have that conversation for free with anybody anytime about why we made the choice we made, and help you either decide you want to pay somebody to help you analyze that, or you can then feel confident that you can make that choice for your enterprise. So we can have that conversation anytime. Happy to tell you about our experience, and if that helps you for free, make a decision. Fantastic. If that just helps you understand other stuff you need to read, people you need to pay to help you make that decision, that's fine as well. So that's the sort of why Microsoft thing. And I can tell you that we have no regret about that. I've used Slack myself a lot, and I think Slack is compared to email, is a marvelous tool. I wouldn't choose Slack or Teams or Slack over Teams at all today. I think Teams is as good or a better app when you add in how it's already integrated with all the other parts of Microsoft. It's a no-brainer for me and for us. But certainly, if you're out there, you're thinking about using Slack, and you're thinking about using it on your journey to help your people get out of complete dependence on email, where all knowledge goes to die, you're better off in Slack than you are sticking with email. I'll tell you that. If you're a real estate company, you really should be using Teams. It's as good as Slack, and it's tied into everything else that you're going to use forever. So that's some ideas about the why Microsoft part of this. There's plenty of other material you can read. Forrester does stuff, Gartner does stuff for they analyze. They do their Gartner's Magic Quadrants. They talk about all the different players in this arena, and you can get comfort from how well the Microsoft stack scores with them.